The Prophets of Advent, Part 3. Wait for the Lord, whose day is near. Wait for the Lord. Be strong, take heart. We wait. We are getting ready. We begin to reflect more on the mystery of the Incarnation and what it means in our lives. This week we encounter the Prophet Zephaniah. Why is he holding his head? Who is behind him in the picture? The prophet Zephaniah bows his troubled head in this detail from John Singer Sargent's mural series. It's called The Triumph of Religion. It was painted between 1890 and 1919 on the walls of the Boston Public Library. Zephaniah appears pained by his foreknowledge of the terrible end that awaits the wicked of Israel. The most well-known biblical figure bearing the name Zephaniah is the son of Cushi and a great-grandson of Hezekiah. Cush was one of the countries of Africa. The territory of Cush lies partly in Egypt and partly in the Republic of Sudan. Cushites were very helpful to the Israelites when Hezekiah the king was at war in the 700s before Christ. So Zephaniah was a Cushite. Zephaniah, the book, is ninth in the literary order of the minor prophets. Remember the major prophets and the minor prophets goes by how long their book was? He prophesied in the days of Josiah, king of Judah. So who was King Josiah? King Josiah went to the throne at the age of 8. In the 18th year of his rule, the Jewish king undertook to repair the temple with the help of the high priest Helcias. During the course of this work, Helcias found the book of the law, which is our Pentateuch, Genesis, Exodus, all those beginning books of the Bible. He handed it to the royal scribe, Shaphan, who read it to Josiah. The king assembled the people, published the law in their presence, and they all united with Josiah in a solemn vow of obedience to its commands. And this was followed by a drastic reformation of worship, not only in Judah and in Jerusalem, but also in northern Israel. The work of the reform was concluded by a magnificent celebration of the Passover. Josiah reigned between the time the Assyrians destroyed the northern kingdom Israel and the Babylonians, who would destroy the temple in Jerusalem in 586 BC and take the people captive, driving them to Babylon, which is in present-day southern Iraq on the Euphrates River. Look at a map on your phone. How far away was that to walk? So Josiah was contemporary with Jeremiah, with whom he had much in common, and often their message is the exact same thing. The book of Zephaniah is a short book in the Old Testament, containing only 3 chapters. You can read it in 10 minutes. The scene of Zephaniah's activity was in the city of Jerusalem. Now, Jerusalem was the hub of worship. The sacred temple was there. The city itself was a holy place. But in 586, Nebuchadnezzar set fire to the temple, and nothing was left but rubble. So the Israelites are without their land, without their king, and without their holy temple. And Zephaniah saw it coming. In the first part of his prophecy, Zephaniah clearly lets the Israelites know what will happen if they keep worshiping the idols Baal and Ashertes. When they had settled in the Promised Land, the Israelites, again forsaking the one true God, paid their homage to the deities of their Canaanite neighbors. Even the best families could not or did not dare to resist the seduction of these false gods. So the prophet spoke boldly against religious and moral corruption. He threatened to destroy out of this place the remnant of Baal and the names of the priests who were doing all kinds of immoral actions. Read the book. He pleaded for a return to the simplicity of the elders instead of luxurious foreign clothing, which was worn especially in aristocratic circles. But as we hear today, all is not lost. God will not forsake Israel. Come back to him. In fact, he will go overboard in saving. So let's listen to the reading. Sing aloud, O daughter of Zion. Shout, O Israel. Rejoice and exult with all your heart, O daughter of Jerusalem. The Lord has taken away the judgments against you. He has turned away your enemies. The King of Israel, the Lord, is in your midst. You shall fear disaster no more. On that day it shall be said to Jerusalem, do not fear, O Zion. Do not let your hands grow weak. The Lord your God is in your midst, a warrior who gives victory. He will rejoice over you with gladness. He will renew you in his love. He will exult over you with loud singing, as on a day of festival. I will remove disaster from you, so that you will not bear reproach for it. The same Messiah is coming to us. Prepare the way of the Lord. Prepare the way of the Lord, and all people will see the salvation of our God. So let us keep on preparing.